Hi everybody, this is Coach Allison back with your week 18 Defy Aging workouts. We do have a new warm-up and a new cool down this week, so I hope you are ready for that. This week we have one circuit of 8 exercises. Only going to go through that for 2 rounds. The rounds are timed at 45 seconds work, 40 seconds rest. Station 1 is a landmine press. This is different. Got these barbells hooked up. May or may not need to add some weight plates to this. The barbells are 45 pounds already. So whatever side you are pressing with, that is the leg that's back. So you'll notice my right arm has the barbell, my right leg is stepped back. Okay, start the barbell right in front of your shoulder and we press up and we release down. So what you can do is you'll notice I'm kind of turning my body into the way that the barbell is going. So I'm not just standing really still, pressing, and that my arm is the only thing that's moving. My whole body is kind of pressing forward. Halfway through the set, you'll switch the arm, switch the stance too, because again, remember, the side with the weight, that is the leg that's back. So you switch the arm and you also have to switch your stance. And continue on the other side. That is our landmine press. Mini band hip abductions. So you want this band around your ankles. So you might want to do this near a wall or a rack. So you have something to hold on to while you're putting this around your feet, or maybe by a bench so you can sit while you put this band around your ankles. And actually even while you do the exercise, because you are going to be balancing on one leg. But the abduction is, a side leg raise. What you want to make sure is you're not leaning your body or tilting while you're doing the leg raise. So hold your body very still and upright while you are doing that leg raise. Halfway through the set, you're going to switch legs. So if you are holding on to something for balance, it's fine to be holding on with this hand and then turn and then hold on with this hand to switch legs. Totally fine. That is the mini band, or what did I call that one? Yes, the mini band hip abduction. Next station is the agility ladder zigzag fast feet. So that zigzag refers to the pattern. We're going to be moving in a zigzag pattern. Fast feet refers to how we're going to execute this exercise. So we're not jumping or anything. We're doing some speedy feet. So you want to step inside of every box and outside of every box, going really fast with your feet. So I'm going to go inside, outside, but notice how I'm also going down the length of the ladder as I do so. So I'll start back here once again, and inside, outside, inside, outside. Okay, notice how I'm going quickly, keeping my knees slightly bent, staying on the balls of my feet as I do that. So I want to make sure, or try to make sure, you're not kind of stomping your feet like this. You really want to stay kind of soft, bend in the knees, balls of the feet, and that helps you with that agility, helps you move nice and quick. When you get to the end, turn around, go back. That's our agility ladder, zigzag fast feet. We have a TRX push-up. This is kind of different. The TRXs are very, they move, whereas the floor does not, right? So the more you step back, meaning the flatter you get, the harder this gets. So the more you step up, becoming more upright, the slightly lighter it becomes. So you are really in control of the difficulty level here. Okay. So your arms are a little wider than your shoulders as far as how far apart they are. And you're going to bend the elbows, letting your body sink between your hands, and then press up, right? You'll notice the TRX straps are kind of lightly grazing my arms, but they shouldn't be digging into your arms. So if they're digging into your arms, my hands are too low. So watch what I'm going to do with my hands. Kind of raise them up so they're a little more in line with my shoulders. Only go as low as you're comfortable. So at first, if that's about here, about halfway, that's fine. As you get more comfortable, you can go a little bit lower. But again, if I'm going to step up a little higher, make myself more upright, that is going to make this a little bit lighter to start. So if this is a new exercise for you, your coach can kind of help you determine a good place to stand to start as you get used to the feel. Because remember, when your hands are on the floor doing a push-up, the floor is very sturdy, whereas these are kind of wobbly. So it does take some acclimating, but we're going to give them a try this week. We have an upright band back row. Last week we had the low row. Now we're back to kind of the more traditional standard, I should say. The band is going to be anchored at about chest or shoulder height, and we keep the shoulders down to make sure we're not shrugging. Brace your stance. So that just means you have a soft bend in your knees. Okay, we're not locking out the knees. And we pull back, keeping the palms in towards one another, and squeeze those shoulder blades behind you. So you want to kind of pull back and squeeze. So notice how my shoulders start here, but end here, because I did a shoulder squeeze backwards like this. And you want to make sure you're not leaning back when you pull. Just pull those shoulders back. So that is our upright band back row. Medicine ball side to side slam. So we slam it on one side of us, catch it on the slam, or on the bounce, I should say. Then we go up and over, so you're drawing a big arch over your head, and other side, up and over, and we continue like so. It's very important, however, your feet are pivoting, and that's very important, okay? So I want you to watch my feet now. Slamming it on the right side of my body, I pivot my left foot, and vice versa on the other side. All right, that's our side to side slam. Half kneel, single arm bicep curl. So coming down to our half kneeling position, 90-degree bend in that front knee. Sitting up nice and tall and straight. The side with the dumbbell is the side with the knee on the floor, okay? And palm is turned in at the bottom, so my fingernails are facing my thigh when my arm is down. As I curl the weight up, my fingernails are now facing my shoulder. So we do that rotation as we curl up, okay? We want to avoid any swinging, so none of this. And we want to allow the arm to come all the way down. So notice I'm getting a full extension at the bottom. And what I mean by that is we don't want to kind of stop like halfway down like this. So full extension halfway through the time. So we will switch sides. And that is our half kneel curl. Anyone staying off the knees or off the floor, we're going to do a staggered stance. So it's really very similar, as you can see. Take it from here to here. Staggered stance. So the side with the leg that's back will be the side you're curling, and then switch your stance halfway through, and voila. All right, that's our half kneel bicep curl. Our last station is a tandem walk. Haven't done this for a while. A tandem walk is a heel to toe walk. It's a balance, agility, not agility, really just balance, I guess. Hand-eye coordination, or foot-eye coordination, perhaps. Yeah, walking a tightrope, basically. Well, look at me go. You want to touch your heel to the toes. You want to actually touch them. All right, walking heel toe, straight line. Now, it's okay to look down at your feet like I was. Totally fine. However, when you're doing that, don't be hunching over like this. See the difference? Now watch me as I fix this. I'm going to straighten up my posture and just tilt my chin down and use my gaze, looking my eyeballs down. See, it's a big difference. That's very important. So you want to make sure you're not hunching to look at your feet. Tuck your chin down and use your gaze. Don't bend over. A progression, though, is to not look at the feet. So once you feel like you've mastered the movement with looking at the feet, then look straight ahead. That's your progression. Okay. And another progression, once you've mastered that, you can attempt it backwards. So there are progressions to this, but we do want to make sure we're trying to get the heel actually connecting to the toe. Okay. And that is our tandem walk. Our team builder is a partner exercise. So grab a partner. If you have an odd number of participants, your coach will partner up with someone. You're face to face with your partner. So I have nobody. It's high plank partner claps. We have done these before. Your partner's going to be face to face with you. You don't want to be too close because you need a little space to reach your arm out. So you want to be, if you were to reach out and shake someone's hand, like meeting someone, that's about how close you want to be to them. High plank means you're on your hands. I always recommend putting your feet nice and wide because that's going to help your stability. So notice how wide my feet are. Well, okay. Maybe you can't. Does that help? How wide my feet are? Anyways, and then you're going to be face to face with your partner, clapping hands, trying to stay as level as you can in the hips. So try not to wiggle and wobble around. You can definitely put the knees down. I just put my knees down. If you're doing a knee version though, notice how I have a nice straight line. My butt is not up in a tabletop because this is not a plank. If you're doing a knee version, sink those hips down. So you are still doing a plank. You're gonna do that for 30 seconds. I want you to count how many claps you're getting, and we'll see what pair gets the most claps. All right, that is our week 18. Hope you enjoy it. See you back next week.